Hi, and welcome back to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel, and we're here in Gresham at MetroEast Community Media. And now with me, I have somebody from Nadaka Nature Park and Friends of Nadaka, Monica McAllister, who is the Nadaka Nature Park Coordinator, or as I like to call you, the other Monica. It's good to have you here.
Good to be here.
Thanks. You know, we've seen each other all around town and have worked together off and on, but having you here is a new experience, so I'm really glad to have you. And I'd love to hear more about Nadaka Community Festival. And I know you're going to get into that a little bit more. But Nadaka has been around, what, it's going on 6 years now? Is that?
Oh, a little bit longer than that even.
Really?
So Lee Dayfield has been a volunteer there for, I'd say, at least 7 years. But it actually used to be a Campfire Girls site.
Right, right. Now, I interviewed Lee before I think it was before they'd even broken ground, or maybe had just broken ground on Nadaka as it is now. And it was a long time coming. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of community members coming together and government organizations and groups to try to get that going. So tell me a little bit, if you can, Monica, about how that all transpired, if you could. You started by saying it was a Campfire Girls.
Yes, and about 1956 is when the Campfire Girls used to use the Nadaka Nature Park for their camps, their day camps.
It was called Nadaka then.
It was called Nadaka. Nadaka stands for Nature Day Camp, and that was a name that the Campfire Girls gave the park.
Okay.
So
well, at
the time, it was mainly just a forested area. We have 10 acres of natural forested area with trails. Now we have a community garden. It's the largest one in the city of Gresham. We also have the first nature-based play area and a picnic shelter that you can reserve through Friends of Nadaka.
And it's a beautiful park. I think the thing that people like most about it is the fact that it's this little oasis in an urban area. I mean, it's kind of suburban around there, but really it's you don't expect to find a park right there. And it's a beautiful park. It's really cool. It's a great place to take kids.
Absolutely. But it used to not always be that way.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, in 1956, that was when it used to belong to the Campfire Girls. And then in 1995, the city of Gresham purchased from the Campfire organization. And it kind of remained dormant until about 2001. And then a bunch of different community members and community organizations got together and wanted to purchase the front 2 acres, which used to be the T.A. Nelson property. And so Wilkes East Neighborhood Association, Friends of Nadaka, East Multnomah Soil Water Conservation District, and the city of Gresham and the T.A. Nelson family all pitched in to make it possible for the city of Gresham to purchase that front 2 acres to create the Nadaka Nature Park that we know today. And so in total, it's a 12-acre park with all those wonderful features. And we had our grand opening in April 2015. So it's really been a really amazing transformation of that space.
That's what I was thinking of, 2015, because I remember the grand opening because I was there for that, and it was pretty cool. It was sort of a little overcast day, but there was people out everywhere and kids playing in the sand and then climbing on that really cool play structure. I think you've got some pictures we can look at here in a minute, but it was definitely a community involved event, just the grand opening, and then seeing the community garden, which was pretty amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And yeah, that was due to the collaboration of different community members in the neighborhood and different organizations. So there's actually a partnership between 17 different organizations that put together the Nadaka 2020 plan. And so that's kind of creating what they want the vision of Nadaka to be. There's a maintenance plan in place, and then kind of how are we going to serve the community? So our mission is to nurture nature, food, and families. And so these 17 organizations came together to sign a declaration to move that forward. And so Lee Dayfield is kind of the driving force who really pushed that
herself.
She is quite a force of nature. But her passion is what drove this being able to be a reality, and that along with, community members, they want parks. And so part of it was also we were able to purchase some of that land and do these different changes at the park due to a bond measure that was passed.
I remember that. And I think one of the hardest parts of building something like that is how to sustain it after. You go through all this stuff to get this beautiful place built, and then how do you keep it going? So that's part of what that 2020
Absolutely.
is all about, right? Keeping it going so that it doesn't lay fallow and people let it go to seed and, you
Right.
know, let it turn into something that was beautiful at one time and no longer is.
Right, and so part of that is we are a grant-funded program, essentially. I'm funded through grants as well. So we're always going to probably have to continue doing grants or...
You have to keep working for that.
Yes, so, but you know, there's also the support of the public and them being able to support potentially a parks district in the future or just have more voice about what they want to see with parks and how to support that and make it sustainable in the city of Gresham or in the larger community that we have here in Greater Portland.
You do a lot of different things, and I want to talk about some of the other events you've had, but tell me first about this community event that's coming up here.
Yes.
Community Festival.
Yes, it's the 6th annual Nadaka Community Festival, and I'm really excited for it.
Let's see if we can bring those pictures up while you're telling us about it,
Yeah.
because that I went to one of them, and it was really, really cool. So this is the flyer for it.
Yes.
So Saturday, August 20th from 12 to 3 p.m. And as people can see, it's about 176 in Gleason. So that is really, I mean, it's easy to get to. It's a main thoroughfare. But once you get on that property, you forget that there's a busy street right out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us about what we can expect at the Community Festival.
So at the Community Festival, there's going to be all kinds of different activities. So we're going to have Aztec dancers performing. We're going to have a Ukrainian folk singer as well performing live. And then we have the Northwest Pan Man. He plays steel drums as well.
Oh, yeah,
so we have,
I've seen that. I've seen him
he's
before.
really
Yes,
awesome.
he's really good.
So we have those live activities going on. We're also going to have the education birds from Portland Audubon Society, and so they're going to be this really great opportunity for a lot of kids to see these birds up close and personal.
Right.
And so it's really quite an experience to be able to see that. So yeah, this is an example of the Aztec dancers at one of our festivals.
They were phenomenal. I mean, look at those costumes.
I know, right? They do such an amazing job. It's so exciting to be able to watch them perform.
Do they make the costumes, you know?
I'm not sure. I think they do.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
And they really, it's really something to see.
Yeah, they've practiced at the park for non-performance related things.
Really?
Just to
Oh,
practice.
wow.
It's been really exciting.
Oh, look at that.
That was, one of these is from Welcome Back Vulture Day that we had in Nadaka Nature Park.
Welcome back, Vulture Day.
Welcome Back
I love
Vulture
it.
Day, and it was quite exciting, and we all had a good time. So yeah,
And then
definitely.
the owl.
And then the owl.
That is not a vulture, I know that.
So these are probably going to be the birds some of the birds that you will see at Nadaka Nature Park.
And the kids can get right up close and personal there.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely a close-up view of some live wild animals.
Yeah.
So, but some other great things, we're going to have free food as well.
I'm always a fan of that.
I am as well. Albertsons is donating food for us for the event.
Oh,
so we're
nice.
really, really excited. They've partnered with us in the past and they're going to continue to do that as well. They've been an amazing partner
Great
with us.
partner. I don't want people to miss it. This is part of the sand area for the kids,
Yes.
which they love, love, love.
Man, you can't see it there, but there's also a water pump there, and the kids love it. And there've been, I'll be honest, there's been a lot of water fights at the park. People just throw buckets of water at each other.
That's okay. August, this should be okay. I'm okay with that.
We had a couple different organizations host camps at our park.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Like day camps. Look at those kids. Are they having fun or what?
Yeah, that's HB Lee. They actually come every Wednesday during the school year.
That's HB Lee School. Yeah.
HB Lee Middle School Sun Program.
Oh, okay. It's a sun program. That's great. And I love the paths that wind through, and then they go back into more into the forested area. And then the log, I don't know what you call it,
The log cabin?
Yeah, well,
it's supposed to represent a lodge house.
kids love to climb on that.
They love it.
I would climb on it too, but I feel silly.
Yeah,
But
there's even
they're-
like a little canoe hiding back there that
Yeah,
they
it's
love
great.
to pretend to row in.
So at the community festival, this is going to be people.
Oh, this
everywhere,
is gonna be
and it goes way back.
Packed
It goes
with
way
people.
back.
So you can't really tell from this picture, but there's also a meadow, which is where most of the activity is going to be happening. We're going to have different community organizations and nonprofits back there with
Tabling and
different
giving-
tabling.
yeah.
There's going to be crafts for the kids at those different tables. We're going to have a craft area, arts and crafts. In the forest along the path, we're also going to have little nature activities such as dissecting owl pellets, maybe making
Oh yeah, I remember
ivy
doing that as a kid. I thought
crowns.
that was so interesting.
It's quite exciting. The kids
Yeah.
really get into it. A little freaked out at first, but it's really
But
amazing.
it's really cool. It is cool.
Yeah.
And you couldn't really see there the community garden, but you have an amazing community garden. You said it's
Yes.
the largest in.
Technically, in the city of Gresham, it is the largest one.
Wow.
And then we have enough plots for about 50 families. and people can rent those for $25 per year, and that's through Outgrowing Hunger, and they can contact Adam Cole for that.
For Outgrowing Hunger, okay.
And if they're interested in seeing what the garden's about, we're also going to be doing garden tours during the community
During the event.
festival.
Perfect.
And then, actually, Ricky Rees, he's going to be doing a little bit of futsal at the park
he's
as
the one that
well.
did the one down at
Vance Park.
Vance Park, yes.
So games, sports.
He's like kind of a little superstar around Gresham, actually, since he did that futsal park.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
Yeah, so we'll have all kinds of sports activities, we'll have the nature activities, arts and crafts, the live music, the free food, and then the park itself as well. You know, there's so much to explore in the forest.
And it's free.
And it's all free.
That's
all
even
of it
better.
is free.
That's even better. What's your favorite part of being involved in this, being the coordinator for the park?
Really, it's interacting with the kids.
Yeah.
I love teaching kids, so that's the best part for me. I'm really passionate about teaching about environmental education and nature. I used to be a wildlife field technician.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I worked in like Canada, New Mexico, Southeastern
Wow.
Oregon. So
That's impressive.
it was fun. I liked it. It was kind of exciting, too exciting sometimes, but
I can imagine.
but being able to have that opportunity and that experience, I know that maybe some of these kids do not have that connection with nature or don't know that it's possible to have that connection. So for example, this summer we're working with Strive, which is Striving to Reduce Youth Violence Everywhere,
Right.
and the Summer Works program through Multnomah County. And through working with them, I'm hoping to inspire them not only to be interested in whatever passion and career they're looking for, but maybe it has something to do with the environment.
Sure, sure. And there's plenty of jobs out there in that area, plus just knowing how we impact the environment and what we do, how it influences the environment and our futures. It's really important. A lot of kids don't have the ability to make that connection because they were not
Yeah.
exposed to it.
And so by being exposed to it and doing stewardship, it's creating also ownership of not only the park, but they're becoming stewards in general of the world and the environment.
There you
And
are
so-
again. They're global citizens here. They're taking care of our world.
Yeah.
One thing you mentioned was stewards. And what I remember when Nadaka was first getting started was hearing about different groups that would come and work there to help clean out the invasive species and things like that. And you'd have things like kids from Peer Court
Absolutely.
that were instead of, their punishment for having some infraction possibly at school or whatever was to come and work in the park, like community service kind of things. What a great thing. I mean, that's
yeah.
they're going to learn something, get something out of it, as well as, take care of whatever
And they're some of my
they owe
best
to
workers,
society.
by
Is
the
that
way.
right? Well, yeah, that's a great opportunity. But you still have those opportunities available.
Absolutely. I'm always looking for different organizations, community groups, or businesses who are interested in helping their community and the environment. So we always have opportunities to work in the community garden. We have 10 acres of natural forested area that needs help pulling invasive species like English ivy,
Yeah.
but also just general maintenance of the park and helping with events. We have a lot of really great events that happen throughout the year.
You
And a
do.
lot of cleanups. So different cleanups like the Solve cleanup happening September 24th. It's a Saturday from 9 to 12 is a really good opportunity if people are interested in getting involved and they're not really sure about it. It's a really good opportunity
You
to
come
meet
with
your
a bunch of other people
Yeah.
and check it out, see if and then they'll have a better feel for whether or not they want to get even more involved.
right. And usually people have a lot of fun. We
Yeah.
provide like food and beverages. It's pretty
and
fun.
camaraderie.
Yes.
Everybody
and,
working for the same goal.
Yes, and
Yeah.
a little bit of education as well. I love to throw education in there.
I think that's a good thing, Monica. I think that's a good thing. We're just about out of time now. Any last words, anything we need to know about Nadaka?
Really, I'd really love people to come to the community festival. It's a free, wonderful event. You get to meet your neighbors. All kinds of different activities are going to be there. We do need volunteers
Okay,
to run this
okay.
amazing event. So if people are interested in volunteering, they can go to our Friends in Nadaka website, and there should be a link for them to register to become a volunteer.
Perfect.
So-
I think that covers it. Thank you so much. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. And
Awesome.
I will hopefully be seeing you there. I'm planning on being there. So I will see you on August 20th between 12 and 3 at Nadaka Nature Park.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, you bet. And thanks for watching the Monica to Monica segment here of Community Hotline. We'll be right back with just one more segment with Jeff Specht of the Oregon Pro Art Chamber Orchestra. So don't go away.
shoot my documentary was more than I ever would have dreamed of doing.
This is a community media station.
It was phenomenal.
Ready, camera, one.
What is it about this place that makes so many different people come together?
Ready, camera, two.
Very professional, experienced people.
You can use these industry standard pieces of equipment.
Ready, camera, three. Take three.
You don't have to be rich to do this.
Open people's eyes to something they've never even thought of before.
Cool stuff happens. It becomes this community.
That's going to really change who's telling the stories and who's controlling the messaging.